Hey guys, welcome to Grandma Divorce Talks, where I talk to you guys a little bit about my high conflict co-parenting situation and my divorce journey. A little bit over a week ago, my son had a panic attack, and it was a panic attack that I have never seen before. To be honest, I think I witnessed him having a panic attack maybe a few weeks ago, but I didn't realize it was a panic attack. I thought that maybe he was sick, coming down to a fever or something. But this night, it was very, very different. He sat up in bed. I thought he was dreaming or he had a nightmare. I asked if he was okay. He said, "No, I'm not okay." So I said to him, "Just go ahead and lay back down, try to fall back asleep." But he couldn't. He got up. He started running around the house. He said his heart was beating really, really fast. He started hugging me. Then he sat down on the ground in a really dark corner and he started crying and screaming about how he wanted to die and how life was so unfair and it was so hard and that he loved me so much and he was so scared of losing me, and that the anxiety of all the changes that his dad was putting on him was just too much. And guys, it was heartbreaking. And I knew when he started running around the house that there was something terribly wrong. So I had recorded it. And when I watch this video back, guys, it brings tears to my eyes every single time. When I'm talking about it right now, it brings tears to my eyes because he's suffering so much. One of the things I've been trying to do lately is to not break my kids' trust. I started realizing that I would express how the kids were feeling to my ex. And instead of him taking the feedback as, wow, my kids are really suffering and I need to work on my parenting, he would take it as basically blaming us for our reaction to his actions that are making us suffer. So I started realizing that me expressing how the kids were feeling was only making it worse for them. So instead, I said to them, I want to be open to talk to you guys about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm here to listen to support you, and I promise you I will not be expressing any more of your thoughts and your feelings to your father unless you want me to. Because at this point, no matter what I said to him, he was angry and he felt like the world was out to get him. He felt like I was telling him these things to manipulate him. He thought that I was making it up. So while the kids are expressing all these big emotions to me about how things are going with their relationship with their father, I approached my conversations with them as being a good mom, just being a good sounding board for them, just being open for them to express however they needed to feel without feeling any judgment from me. But this anxiety attack, you guys, it scared me so much. So I asked my son's permission to share this with their father. Anybody with truly a heart could not listen to this video and not feel some sort of agony and pain for their own child. So this is my last ditch effort to get my narcissist ex to try to open his eyes to see that his actions were not great for their kids' mental health. And very predictable, it did work for maybe like a day. Because finally, after many attempts of co-parenting with him and emailing him updates, he finally sent me back an email that said, "Hey, I want to get together and talk about things and work things out. If we can come to an agreement, great. If we can't, then whatever's left over, we will hand off to our lawyers." He even asked to go to therapy with the kids. So you're thinking, maybe I finally had a breakthrough. But since I started this divorce journey, how my eyes have been open to narcissism, I can't unsee it. And I have to remind myself that he will never change. He's always going to revert back to only thinking about himself and what's best for him and not in the best interest of his children. And that's exactly what happened. New updates regarding the girlfriend. So my kids went from meeting the girlfriend one time on a first date. The second time meeting her, ended up sleeping the night over at his house with them, where they got kicked out of bed to have to sleep in another room because he wanted to sleep with the girlfriend. This is the second time meeting her. The third or fourth time meeting her, it was kind of the same thing. She was sleeping over. The kids were kicked out of their beds. One of the times my son had a breakdown and started crying, which led to him and the girlfriend having a fight and then her leaving. And then after that, them not seeing her again for a while. So it's been several weeks now where they haven't had any interaction with the girlfriend. So at this count, maybe they have met her like 5 times. So the new update is that he decided that he was going to move in with the girlfriend. He rented a bigger house and he told the kids that he's going to be moving them in with the girlfriend and her child. So I guess I don't understand the logic or reasoning behind meeting somebody 5 times and now basically forcing your children to live with them. It's very unnatural, and there was no room for them to even get to know her and be comfortable with the situation. So anyway, for a while he didn't want to disclose this to me. My kids obviously told me about it. And so finally I just emailed him and just basically asked him straight out, like, is there changes happening in your household? I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me yourself. Let's not even talk about what a pussy move it is to not even disclose that information of where your child is living. I like that my narcissistic ex likes to talk about how much of a man he is and how against the grain and a rebel he is and against authority. But simple things like having the balls to just basically say, I'm moving, this is my new address, this is where the kids are going to be, really shows how painfully insecure he is. Anyway, the ending of the story is that he basically talked to the kids about it, and he even wrote an email to me that said he talked to the kids. The kids did say to him on writing, he said in an email, they were not comfortable with it and that they were not ready. And his response was pretty much like, this is what is happening and you just have to deal with it. It makes me sad for the kids, but mostly what makes me sad is that I just don't think that narcissists realize that kids grow up to be adults, and they are adults way longer than they are children. And what happens to them right now really is going to affect how they treat you when they become teenagers and when they become adults. So he's basically building this relationship with them based off of fear and intimidation and authority. And as they get older and have their own thoughts and emotions and have more control over where they can be and who they can hang out with, they're always going to remember this time in their life where their dad did not care about their feelings. And that's it for today. That's my very depressing update. Make sure you guys subscribe to keep up on more updates and more tales of my high conflict co-parenting journey. This is Grandma Divorce signing off. Bye.